everybody, I'm here at my favorite Tibetan place for brunch. And it's a tiny little place, and they have a vegetarian brunch except for the egg. And all they're for like $10, and it's really, really good. So, aloo, potato, chana, chickpea, salsa sauce, egg. And 2 of these big things. So usually what I do is I save one for later, and some of the curries, So from here, maybe PetSmart. I got lots of stuff, but there is one nearby. And then maybe Sobeys, Drug Mart, Cola, and then back to the kids, and then, doing just relaxing with the kids, doing some reading, journal entries, stuff like that. Bye for now. Everybody, I just got home, and Agita is nicely settled there. One of the babies is there on that bed, and the other baby is here. Everybody was here, very comfortably settled on this thing, but he's going to investigate my shoes, and I have the shopping here. And after the breakfast, which is very, very good, and I got takeout, with some of that stuff left over, much leaked, but that'll be my supper. And then I stopped at the Dolllarama, and I got some candy snacks for myself from the Dolllarama, and I got fancy Veruva pouches for the kids from the Pet Value. Not PetSmart, they don't have one in the plaza. I didn't want to go all the way to PetSmart. So I thought they do I think they'll like this one. I don't know if I've tried this slide and serve. But at the Dolllarama, they have a new toy. Whenever they have a new cat toy, I have to buy it. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Contraction, silver and wine, catnip, and it was expensive for a dollar store, like $5. Most of the toys are like $1.25, $2. So this is inexpensive for a Dolllarama. Let's see if they like it. Okay, they do seem to like it. It said on the thing you can either hang it on a door or put it on the floor. And I hung it on the door. It's got a little thingy. They seem to like it. So, of course, next time I go to a Dolllarama, they also have a blue one. So I get a blue one for that door. So you can put them on all the doorknobs. Wherever we have a doorknob, I can put those thingies. They seem to like it. And it's got catnip in it. So, and I only got one just to see. I buy so many toys, and I bought that one that flashes and blinks, and they don't like it. We've moved to the bedroom, and I put it on the knob here, and Agita was playing with it, and then when I sat here, she got up. So the babies wanted to come and play with it. She came and chased them away. She's realized now, after 3 years, that she's a little bigger than they are, that she can bully them. And then they go and sit and watch. So anyway, family dynamics, birth order, all that stuff. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here, have family time with the kids while they play. And then I'm going to probably put that in a drawer, and we'll have it in the morning playtime. Hello, everybody. It's about an hour later, and I've just been sitting on the sofa and replying to my friend. And look at this. I just I was just walking past the bedroom, and all 3. Now, I'm kind of tempted to climb in the bed myself, but I think, 1 or 2 of the babies would get up, or Agita would get up, and there's only space there, which isn't quite, I'm a bit bigger than they are, so I don't think I'll fit. And it's now a couple of hours later, and I was just writing a reply to my friend, and just relaxing here on the sofa. And look, both the babies very nicely settled there. And Agita was settled on her bed, but when I got up to film, she's come here so I can footbed her. She allows footbedding. Good morning, everybody. We had a very good night with kids settled on the bed, or near the bed with me all night, and we got Agita there. Kids have had their breakfast, and both the babies here, very nicely settled. Kids, everybody, I'm on our bus, and such a nice day that I decided to take the bus to town and have lunch and maybe see a movie if the timing works. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, everybody. I'm here at Indian restaurant on Queen Street. I've been to before. I've shown it before. I'm having a vegetarian thali, palak paneer, dal makhni, rice, naan. I'm getting a cola. There's a gulab jamun for dessert. I've asked for green chilies or hot sauce. I think they have some. He hasn't brought it yet. And so. Hello, just saw SISU. Very, very silly. But as my friend said, it's a Finnish Rambo. Outside now, and I think I read an article before I came in that it was the director had seen Rambo when he was a teenager in Finland, and he was very, very, very impressed. And he goes, "Someday I'm going to make an homage to Rambo." and he went right over the top. It was kind of on the bus, but on the way, a little bit of a detour, there's a pet valley just down that street towards Lakeshore. So I get some more Varumas because I like those flavors. And then I got back here and I really needed to use the bathroom. And fortunately there is one in their office building, so quickly ran in, used it, and then I forgot the cat food. And I had to go running back, but the bus is still, it doesn't. Had a busy morning, we'll tell you about it later. I'm having a sushi here, lots and lots of sushi. I don't want to talk too much because I might get blocked because of the music. Bye for now. Hello everybody, I just had a very big sushi Thai lunch, the place that I've been to fairly often. But I managed not to throw up. I didn't tape much in there because they were playing music all the time. Would have got blocked, you know. So, for a copyright thing on YouTube. So, I finished eating and it's just over there. I wanted to go to the bank over there. So I said I might as well just walk. I don't think that this much of exercise is really going to digest the huge amount of food I just ate. But at least I didn't throw up, so that's a good sign. So anyway, productive morning. I mean, productive morning if you are a nutty prof plus. If you're a cat, if you're a cartoon cat and a nutty prof, then it's a productive morning. Because I spent time with the kids, I fed them, we had a very good night, I did some reading last night, and then in the morning I had to call my contractor and arrange to meet him tomorrow because they've got to give him some money, and then I've got to cut the grass, which is very big, and then I want to pick up the S430, I have to boost it, and the battery on that car is in the trunk. Had I realized that before, I would have not backed the car in, so I got to do all of that, and then to open the trunk you have to use a special key because the key fob isn't working because the battery's flat. So I got to do all that shit, and it needs a muffler, and the muffler fell off just before I took it to storage, so I decided I'd do it in the spring. And I have the muffler sitting there in the garage, so I have to get it back into the back seat. And I've called a place in Chatham that specializes in repairing if they can. And the guy said, we try to repair, if not, we'll replace, but we will try to repair. And we can fabricate a part to join the old muffler, as long as the old muffler is good. So we'll find out tomorrow. So I got to do all of that. The only thing is, he gave me an appointment for 10:30 in the morning. So it means I have to leave here at 7 at the latest because I gotta go to where I store the cars, and I have to do all that shit with the just hoping I can get the thing to start and then drive it without a muffler. It's noisy, but it's okay. I took it all the way there without a muffler. So and then hopefully from there go to cut the grass, meet my contractor, and then come back in the S430. I'm looking forward to having the car back. So back in the S430, and then leave the Mini there. Next trip, I'll take the Pacifica, leave it there, pick up the... So that's the other thing I had to do. I had to call insurance today and talk to the guy and reaffirm the things I wanted, the policy, put the S430 on from 12:01 tonight. That's the way they do it. So 1 minute past midnight tonight, the S430 is insured, fully insured. Hello everybody, I just got back and Agita is nicely settled there and both the babies are very nicely settled here. Now, after my very large lunch, I went to the bank and then I washed the Pacific. I didn't even show it. I wash cars so often now. I'll just say that my friend, who likes it when I wash cars is a good sign. I did wash the Pacifica. And I came back and I'm just going to rest with the kids, try to go to bed early if I can, and then I have to wake up really early tomorrow morning. Hello, everybody. Here in the bedroom with the kids, just reading. Good book about a photographer in the 20s and 30s who actually worked with Man Ray. So I'm going to read a bit more, feed the kids, and then try to go to bed early. Tomorrow's a day trip. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, everybody. everybody. I'm here at the storage garage, and I got here okay on time in the Mini. And as I knew that the Mercedes wasn't going to start, but I had discovered that and I was prepared. I discovered that the battery is actually in the trunk over there. So and you have to use an emergency key, which comes out of the main key. There's a little thingy in the thing, and it pulls out of the fob, because obviously the fob isn't going to work when the battery's flat. So there's a little emergency. Now I can't get it out, but I did manage to get the trunk open. So that was step one. And then the Cadillac was parked here. And I tried to boost it with the Cadillac, but the cable wouldn't reach. It wasn't long enough. I tried using 2 cables, and it becomes too weak, and it just wouldn't start. So then I had to take the Cadillac out and bring the Mini in, and I brought it here at an angle, as close as I could without touching, and with difficulty. And the battery, of course, has to be on the opposite side there, obviously. That's the way it's going to work. So then I managed to somehow use one set of cables and connect it, and the trunk light came on, and the dashboard light came on, but it's not starting. It's just going click, 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 click. And in the middle of all of this, I didn't tape because I was just so stressed. And then I kept trying, and I was revving up this car, the Mini, and then I waited, and then I backed the Cadillac in, thinking, okay, if it's on the same side, it might reach. It didn't reach. So I had to bring the Mini back in. And then in the end, it was just still not starting, so I called CAA. I said, I need a super heavy-duty boost, and if it doesn't boost, then I'll need a tow to Chatham. So I just got off the phone with them, and I tried again. It started. It was just very, very flat. And it was like half an hour, 45 minutes of being connected with that car. It started just after it started. Then I had to call, and I get this automated machine, and it's like, I can help you. And I'm a robot, but I can help you. And I want to speak to a real person. And then I canceled it through the robot, but then I was like going, what if it's not canceled and they show up? So then I had to call, and I talked to a real person. Then I called the muffler shop, and he was like going, oh no, you missed your appointment. I told him I might be a little late. I said, I'm trying to get the thing to start. And then I called him again, and he goes, oh, the only time we can give you is 2:30. So I'm, okay, give me 2:30. So now I got to load that thing into the back. I called my contractor. I'm supposed to meet him at the house. So I said, change of plan. I'm going to go there first, see if I can cut the grass, if I can get the lawnmower to start. Not having great luck today, but if I can get the lawnmower to start, I cut the grass, and then I meet my contractor. I have to give him some money, and then I go to take this car. It's a little loud, but it's drivable. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad considering there's, no muffler. Hello, everybody. I'm here at the house. I washed the car on the way. I didn't turn it off just in case it didn't start, but the battery's charged. I turned it off here, and it's starting. A couple of little things needs to be readjusted after it's been off the road for so long. To reset the computer, all that I'll figure it out later. But it's driving okay. It's just very noisy because there's a muffler on the back seat. Sort of on the back seat. It's there. Now grass is very big. So now next step, I hope the thing starts, and I'm going to look inside, see what changes. She's been working, he says. So let's see what it is. Well, not hugely forward, but there are changes. Look, there's some trim up there. Remember before it was like all open, so that the trim is there, and all the the upper cabinet doors are in. The lower cabinet is not there yet. Yeah, and what's in here? I don't think the water is hooked up yet. No, it's not hooked up yet. And that's still there. So far, I've noticed a piece of trim over there. And I think a couple of extra cabinet doors. The lower cabinet doors have to put in those. It hasn't really progressed a lot in like 2 months. That's my guy. Look, I think there's some trim down there, but it might have been there before. Let's just see upstairs. Maybe there's something upstairs. You know what? There is trim here. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there before. I don't know if that's a major progress, but I guess for my guy, that trim I don't think was ever removed. For my guy, I guess that trim is pretty major. Let's see upstairs. Oh, well, that's my, both of my cat rescuer friends. They write sigh a lot. So I'm just going to go, actual sighs. I think it's better when you write sigh, But, there's really no change except for that trim. Oh, well, got a sigh here. I don't know, I can't sigh properly. But you know what? It's like, this trim, I think that trim was there before. Okay, it's moving, but slower, some creature that is slower than a snail. That's the pace we're moving at. So anyway, gonna have to refire him or something. This is crazy. Anyway, bye for now. He has put a little thing over this, otherwise I would have stepped right into the furnace. So that I guess is a step forward. That's not permanent, but this is going to be like he's going to cut tiles and put them on. Oh, a couple of the half tiles are already there, so it's in progress. And I see something here. Oh, he's put the clamp to. You know what? It's progressing. I mean, as I said, slower than a snail. And the sink was actually in place last time I saw it. And the appliances have been there for like 8 months now, you know. But they haven't. Oops. They haven't moved. Other than that, anyway, at least they can laugh about it. Anyway, bye for now. Now we're going to see if the lawnmower starts. That's the next ordeal. Let's see if the lawnmower starts and if I can actually cut it. The grass is very big. Just in the middle of cutting the grass. It is very, very big. I'm amazed the lawnmower actually started and it stalled a couple of times, but you know, anyway, I've pretty much done that. It's a bit rough, but now I'm going to do the side and the back, and I'm waiting for my contractor. And I'm here at a muffler place, and the muffler is still on the back seat. Oh, he took it out. It's right here. Yeah, right. Muffler is here. He took it out, and now he's going to put the car up and see if this one can be reattached, or if I have to get a new one. So this is in scenic Chatham, Ontario. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, he's soldering it. He's got a big one of those thingies there, and he's soldering it. And he's got a couple of clamps. The other one I think needs a clamp too. That's why this one broke. So anyway, he didn't even go. Oh, you need a new one or anything? You just immediately assume it can be repaired. He told me over the phone. He said we always try to repair rather than replace if we can. So anyway, so far so good. Bye for now. Hello everybody, muffler fixed. Charged me only $80 plus tax. You know, they soldered it and they welded it and they cut it and they put it in my same muffler. It took like half an hour, and I was very, very pleased with that. A new muffler would have been $1,000. So and then I stopped at my own mechanics here in town, and he removed the key. He goes, oh, I said, my contractor tried, I tried, the muffler guy tried, and he goes, oh, you just have to turn it all the way. So the emergency key is back in the thingy, and the car is quiet. And I'm just had a little cat nap here at the Woodstock service center. I guess waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then all the running around and the busyness and the driving is kind of tiring. So I was feeling a bit tired and kind of dozy on the highways there. I took the first service center and I just napped for 15-20 minutes. I think I'm feeling a bit more awake now, and I will stop in London. We passed London in Woodstock, and I think there's a Kelsey's. I can use points. I'll have something to eat, and there's some cola wake me up, and then another hour and a half. Hello everybody, I'm here in scenic Woodstock, Ontario, and you can just about see the top of the S430 there. I'm on the patio, and I think this is my first patio, eating of the season. It's very nice. I mean, she said sun or shade, and I'm like, shade. But, I can see the cars from here. It's very good, So I'm having a pasta, shrimp pasta, shrimp Alfredo. Okay, added lots of salt and pepper and more Tabasco, and now it's edible. Bye for now. Hello everybody, I just came in the door, my backpack is there, and we've got Agita there, and we've got one of the babies there, and we've got one of the babies there, and this is what I see. I came in the door. So the Mayhem twins, and I'm pretty sure it was the twins, not Agita, who did this, because this is the kind of thing that the Mayhem twins did when they were babies, and now they're kind of, or maybe they were Agita was chasing them or something like that, or they were chasing her. It was on the side. Anyway, I had a really nice drive back. I really enjoyed driving the car. And then I gave it to a couple of the valets because it's an automatic. And it's a big car. Let them park it. So, and one of the older gentlemen, but one of the newer, I think he's like doorman valet. But I talked to him for a while about the car, and he hadn't seen this one before, so he was admiring it. So it was fun. Good morning, everybody. Had a good night with the kids. They take turns. Agita on the bed, then baby's on the bed, and Agita on the bed. So now, got up, gonna give them some treats, spend some time with the kids, give them breakfast, and then I might go out for my own lunch. I've got the 430 here, and I want to do some writing, journal entries. I made a brief entry last night, but I'll write a bit more today. So far so good. At least the 430 is back on the road and back here, and I cut the grass. So we're kind of getting into our spring summer routine. Anyway, from the four of us, Agita, both the babies, we're gonna have some playtime, some breakfast time, all that stuff. Bye for now. Hello, everybody. I came out for a drive in the S430. Had a good morning with the kids, and I just wanted to drive. And I'm like, where can I go for lunch? And I had passed by this place the other day. It's an Indian buffet, but it's not only vegetarian. It's also got non-vegetarian food, and it's in Mississauga. It's near that other place, the vegetarian one that I went to, Maharaja Bog, just down the street. And I think I tried to come to it last week or week before, but I missed the timing. So today I'm here, the lunch ends at 3, so I'm here at like 1:30. It was kind of funny. I really enjoyed so I had a good night with the kids, good morning with the kids. I really enjoyed the drive in the 430 again. And I get here and I come in, and there's two wolves, a male and a female, and I go, how many? And he goes, how many? I go, 1. And he's like surprised. He goes, 1? Just by yourself? What? No partner? And I go, no. I got my cats, I got my cars. I don't need the aggravation. I'm like, and he's like, oh. I guess maybe it's unusual in the Indian community for someone to come by himself. Everybody has some kind of partner, I guess. Anyway, there we go. Bye for now. I'm gonna try the different dishes. Amazing variety here. Veg, a lot of veg options, but some meat, and I'm only taking a bit of chicken. But look at this, my favorite thing. As much green chilies as you could eat. So, my kind of place. Anyway, bye for now. Chicken wings with special Indian kind of tandoori and masala. They're very, very Indian taste to them. Quite good, actually. Yeah, a lot of vegetarian dishes here. Chana, shahi paneer, palak paneer, dal makhni, curry, paneer, mixed vegetable. This whole completely, totally vegetarian. And I think the other side is non-veg, the way they provided it. It looks good. Anyway, I might try a little chicken for that side. Anyway, bye for now. The paneer palak. I got some of the other vegetable dishes, the shahi paneer and stuff like that, butter paneer. And then I did get a couple more of those chicken wings. The Indian chicken wings are really good, and raita and bread and the rice. So far, so good. Hello, everybody. I just washed the car here. I bought a special wheel cleaner brush thingy. It doesn't do a very good job. Well, maybe I'm not doing a good job. It's really, really hard to clean these rims. Good morning, everybody. We just have the window washers. We're just here. Agita is used to it. She doesn't even get up. So they just went down on the rope. And the babies, though, they've seen the window wash last year, but they're getting excited, running around. Okay. No, he's gone down, sweetie. It's okay. We're safe in here. It says glass. Nobody's going to bug us. Both the babies are under the bed. One of the babies is there. You remember this, sweeties? We have this every summer, We have the window washers. I think the babies have forgotten, whereas Agita remembers. She's had a lot more years, I guess, of the window washing. Both of them are under the bed. They'll come out in a minute. And I think they're going to move to the other. Probably tomorrow they'll do the window. So Blackberry here at the Cineplex. It was okay. It was I don't know how accurate it is, but it was kind of a rise and fall kind of. It was interesting. Anyway, now I'm going to maybe stop at Sobeys, back to the kids. Bye for now. Did some shopping therapy at my favorite outlet store. I read actually that the owners got charged with fraud because they were selling knockoff brand names. I don't think anything I got was a brand name. They're just socks and shoes and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of things as usual. Pajamas, all for like $40. My favorite place to shop. So I'm sort of glad they're still open. But they're not reducing the prices any further than what they were before. And then I stopped here because I haven't had ice cream in this car yet this season, and I love this little my very elaborate cup holder that folds and does all this shit and goes like that and it goes like that. It's just perfect for the mini blizzard. Good morning, everybody. Had a good night with the kids. Did some reading, and then in the morning, babies were on the bed with me and gave everybody treats. And then Finn came, and he was my therapy cat, and let me pet his belly for for like an hour. So I've had my therapy cat morning, and now it's playtime, and then it'll be brunch time for the kids, and then brunch for myself, and then I'll see about if I want to do a little editing, and I might edit and post tonight, or I might edit. Hello, everybody. It's a Saturday, a little bit later in the day, and I'm here in, of all places, scenic Milton, Ontario. And actually, I grew up just down that road, another 4 or 5 kilometers, kind of rural Milton, but on the border of Burlington. And I prefer not to drive by there. Really bad memories. Hated that whole experience. But I didn't intend to come here today. I just wanted to drive in the 430, and I was thinking, maybe Guelph, where I went to undergraduate, and outside of Guelph, there's some scenic places where you can have like nice brunches, like Elora, stuff like that, just to drive. And I was planning on that, and then there was a lot of traffic on the 401 just after Milton, because it's down to 1 lane or something. So just rather than sit in traffic, particularly when I'm not really going anywhere, just to drive, I got out in Milton, and I'm like, no, I knew that there's a lot of Indian and Pakistani restaurants in Milton now, which is kind of funny because when I grew up here, I think there were like 4 other, Indian families in all of Indian Pakistani families in all of Milton. Maybe 5. County Gus, we were rural, we were kind of more Burlington. Now it's like, I don't know, it's 75% of the population or something. There's like a lot of Indian and Pakistani shops and restaurants and stuff like that. I think it's a little bit more Pakistani, but the food is similar. Food is quite good. Naan is really good. Rice, this is a chicken kebab, and these are fish. And these are kind of breaded fish. I was expecting like this, it's like more like fish and chips, but it's actually good. It's actually really good food. I've just asked for some green chilies, and she said we have sriracha, and that's the one hot sauce I don't like. So she's bringing some green chilies. And the food is really good, so I might get a original biryani to go for the evening. Bye for now. Hello, everybody. After my lunch, I came sort of the back roads because there was traffic. So I came down 25 to the highway, and then there was traffic again. So I got out in Southdown and I took Lakeshore. I'm out for a drive, so I might as well take the scenic route. This route, of course, brings me past PetSmart, and I cannot drive by a PetSmart without getting toys and treats. So we've got lots and lots of food, but you can never have too much. And that pack of toys has 3 thingies in it. So it said, for multiple cats, so they can have 1 each. And I'll give them in the morning, So we get 3 little of those catnip toy thingies. So anyway, I'm driving along, and I'm like, maybe I'll get a Tim's muffin and coffee for the rest of the drive back, just along Lakeshore. So that's what's been happening. Bye for now. Just got back, gave the babies their catnip toys. I was going to keep them till the morning, but they were, I put them in the drawer, but I'm like going, might as well start playing with them now. So, of course, he wants to play with his brothers. Agita seems to like it. These two, attention span is a little shorter, but the other play, I got one with 3-pack, so 1 for each of the kids. So nice outside that I might actually just go for a little walk, come back, and then see if I can edit and tape, spend more time with the kids. On the whole, I guess it was a good drive, and I wasn't intending to have like Indian and Pakistani food for lunch, but it was pretty good, and I've got leftover. Came back and rested with the kids for a bit, and I was going to come sit by the water. All the benches are taken because there's a busker, electric violin, something like that. I don't know, some kind of instrument. So gathered a bit of a crowd. So I think I'm just going to walk up to the store over there and eat some yogurt to go with my biryani for the evening, my veggie biryani. They didn't give any raita. Hello everybody. Got back a few minutes ago just for my walk. I picked up some yogurt from the Rambo over there and sat by the lake for a while on the bench. And I'm back, and Agita is very comfortably settled there on the bed, camouflaged because she's black and white with the comforter there. And one of the babies are very nicely settled here. Petting. I don't have to foot pet you. I can hand pet you because you're not Agita. So we've got, one of the babies here. I think this is Lcee. And the other baby here, who wants a petting too. This is FInn. This is my therapy cat. Anyone who has seen the movie Puss in Boots, the latest one, will think of Perito. Except this is a cat, a therapy cat, not a humanistic dog. So anyway, I was going to do a segment on the ego chair, about the dreams and all of that stuff. I'm not seeing my analyst anymore, and I want to talk about a couple of dreams. That's one of the things I did in the Zoom sessions is sit in that chair and talk about dreams. And I had some interesting dreams over the last couple of weeks, but maybe I'll do a separate podcast on dreams and the kind of more inner stuff, and maybe a tarot card or whatever, that kind of thing. For now, I might mention a couple of dreams, sort of interesting. But for now, I just want to say, on the whole, I guess it was an okay week. Lots of, car stuff, rechanneling, busy, Actually, I did have one of the dreams was about I think it was like last week, or was it Thursday, Wednesday, about the time I was doing about to do the car stuff, or just on the car stuff. And it was about going to England, and I was visiting a wealthy family who had a farm, and the patriarch, the old man, he had a blue Rolls Royce that had belonged to Elton John, and from the 80s, and he was willing to ship it to me in Canada. Now, the story about that is actually it was an actual incident that I talk about in the podcast I did about Elton John almost 4 years ago now, and I think it's called Behind the Nutty Professor Mask, or it's the Elton John one, but it was maybe my third or fourth ever podcast, and I did tell the story, an actual anecdote of an old Rolls Royce that my father and I went to see to add to the collection. It wasn't in very good shape, and it was out by London, Ontario, not London, England, but it had come from England. It was it was right-hand drive. The steering was on the right-hand side of the car, and they said it had belonged to Elton John, but they didn't have the papers. It didn't have the provenance. Now it could have, because Elton John has had several collections of cars, and then he sells them off, and he had Rolls Royces in the 80s, which he did auction, and then he restarts it. And I've talked about this, how he's been clean of the substances for 28 years now, but he still has this other stuff, the rechanneling, so he shops a lot, he buys cars, and he sets up collections, and then he sells them, and then he starts again, so the fact that was showing up in the dream, I thought it was kind of interesting. And then there were some dreams of when I was living in a condo, I think with my parents and the family and teenage kids, and we had cats as well, and one of the big windows like that was open, and I noticed it, and I didn't want to go near it because I was afraid of falling or being pulls and falls. There was another one with Niagara Falls, and I used to talk about that with my analyst. Well, I lived in Niagara Falls as well, but the whole thing with the falls, the metaphor, falling, So there was one with Niagara Falls where I threw a paper mache nose, a big nose, paper mache over the falls. Now, I don't have to point out the symbolism of the nose, considering my particular, pulse. So anyway, some interesting dreams, but I will do another podcast where I can sit in the chair and look at the dreams and, kind of interrelate it to, events and thoughts and and metaphors and pulls and pushes and whatever. But you can see pretty clearly the metaphors. There's pulls, and there were a couple with actual substances. There was one where I think I was washing cars, and there were people partying, both. And my friend always gets happy when I talk about washing cars and washing cars, because she goes, it's a good rechanneling for me, But in that dream, it was like both. It was washing cars and substances. So there were some substance dreams as well. Years ago, 30 years ago, when I first started seeing my analyst and I'd stopped drinking, I used to have dreams about drinking, and I completely stopped for many years. But I had several dreams over the years about drinking, and I think he would call them dry drunks. And then I think when this other thing started, I had dreams about the other thing. We'd call them dry snorts. But anyway, so I had a couple of those too. So there's a lot of stuff, obviously. It's been over a month. And that's the other thing. I didn't want to say month, didn't want to count, but, it's very hard not to. And the pulls were relatively low until today. Until yesterday. Yesterday was a month, and I talked about it, and I mentioned it, even though I'm not counting, but it's a month, and my friend was happy about that, and I wrote about it, and then today I went for the drive, which was really nice. Ended up in Milton, which brought up some stuff from childhood, which and I didn't drive by the old house, but just being in Milton. And then I'm driving back, and there are pulls. There are, connections to other things, and then I got back, and I was just resting here with the kids, and just over a full month. And as I said, those various dreams and all the stuff going on, and there were some pulls, but it was okay. I went for the walk. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm going to edit and post. So that's what's been happening. All is well. Even though I don't want to count, and even though, there's advantages and disadvantages of counting. On the one hand, yes, it's something to celebrate. And, there were some, it was a pretty deep, dive that last time. And then I came back, and, we've been rechanneling, and the car stuff, and the kids, obviously, biggest pushes of all. And Finn be taking his duties as a, therapy cat quite seriously. And, he lies on the bed next to me, and I pet his belly, so he thinks that he's like Burrito from Puss in Boots. Except he's a cat, so much better than the dog. So we got all that stuff going on, and we got the kids, and we got, the rechanneling, and I'm really enjoying having the 430 back. It's, I like the car, I enjoy driving it, and next week I'll probably go cut the grass and bring back maybe the Corvette if the weather is nice. So, in spite of all of that, we got the rechannelings, and the pulls have been lower than usual for the past month. But then today, just after the 1 month mark, it pulled, but it was okay. It's manageable. It's doable. So I'm just going to edit and post, and go till next week, and I'm just going to keep going, week after week, So so far so good. So from the four of us, from Agita there, one baby here, and one baby here. So from the four of us, so from the three kids and myself, the nuttiest of professors. Bye for now. See you next podcast.